So hello everyone, we are in the first chapter, that is typical configuration of computer system. So till now what we saw what is a computer, what is a motherboard, characteristics of the motherboard, types of the motherboard. Now we are in the components of the motherboard. Yes, so which are the components we saw? Till now we saw processor, BIOS, CMOS, slots, ports, disk controllers. So now moving on to the next component of the motherboard, that is bus. What is a bus? In a normal day-to-day life we have a buses, right? What they do, they carry a people from one place to another place. Yes, not only the people, they also carry what they can carry a couriers, right? Things they can also carry the goods from one place to another place. Like that only, to carry information or address or a control signals from one component of the computer system to another component of the computer system, we have something called as bus. So bus, these are nothing but a collection of parallel wires that form a pathway to carry address, data and control signals from one component of the computer system to another component of the computer system. And which are those components of the computer system? Those components are nothing but CPU, input output unit and memory unit. Yes, not only they are carrying data or address or control signals from these one device to another device, and these all devices are internally, they are connected with each other also through these buses only. Yes, so CPU, input output unit and memory unit, they are connected inside the computer through what? Through these buses. Okay. The data, instructions and the signals that are carried between these components via buses only. So what is this data, instruction, control signals? Yes. Okay, now you want to store a value 2, a number 2 in the computer system. A 2 is a data. Yes. Okay, now through the program we have stored in the last year, right? So how can I store this number 2 using the program? I have to declare some variable, right? So how can I declare int a? So when I declare int a, what am I doing? I am reserving some space in the memory. Yes, so I'm reserving some space in the memory, so that space will be identified how? Through the address. Yes, that space will be identified through the address. Yes, so if I want to read the data which is present in that address in the memory location of A, how the computer will identify that you have stored number 2 in the computer system in some memory? That will be through what? That will be done through the address. Yes, then who is going to transfer this address from your memory to a CPU or from CPU to memory? That is done by the bus. That bus is called as address bus. Similarly, you are getting data too. Yes, so getting that data from memory to your output device, that can be done through what? A bus called as data bus. Yes, and control bus, and there is something called as control bus which is carrying control signals. Who can access the data, how much they can access the data, where should I stop transferring this data, that is controlled through something called as control bus. So basically now remember, a bus is nothing but a collection of parallel wires that form a pathway to carry address, data and control signals. Next is the functional features of a bus. So which are the functional features of a bus? A bus is, we know, it is nothing but a set of wires, and each wire can carry one bit of data. Yes, set of wires in the sense, so there is a one bus. If this bus consists of 8 wires, 8 parallel wires, then this bus can transfer how much of data? It can transfer 8 bits of data. Okay, another feature is a bus width is defined by a number of wires in the bus. So as I said the example, a bus has 8 lines, means its width is what? 8 bits, that is 1 byte. If a bus has 16 bits, 16 wires of wired lines, then we can say the size of that bus is 2 bytes. Okay, so question can be asked here, what is a bus? So you need to write a bus is a collection of parallel wires that form a pathway to carry address data and control signals between the different components of the computer system. And which are those components? Those components are nothing but CPU, input output unit, and memory unit. Okay, the question can also be asked like the functional features of a bus. Write the functional features of bus. You need to write these two statements. Okay, now moving on to the structure of the bus. See the diagram carefully. Actually, the computer bus is divided into two types. One is internal bus and external bus. But in this diagram, we can see only the internal bus. Internal bus is also called as a system bus. See the green boxes: control bus, address bus, and data bus. These buses are how they are composed of. They are having collection of parallel wires. Okay, see the data bus. Data bus is connected to CPU, memory, and input output units. So this bus is carrying what data between all these three components of the computers. Similarly, see the address bus. Address bus, what it is doing? It is connected to CPU, memory, and input output unit. Yes, so it is carrying address from the CPU and it is sending that address to a memory. And it is also connected to input output device, whichever data you request. So it will get the address from the memory and it will get your data and it will transfer that data to your output device. So like that. And control bus is controlling all the components, who can access those components, how much data can be carried, who can access the data, all those things, all those signals will be carried through this control bus. Okay, now according to your syllabus, the internal bus connects major computer components like processor, memory, and input output, and it is also called as system bus. Yes, see the diagram, those three green color boxes: data bus, address bus, and control bus. Yes, so these three buses together are called as system bus. This system bus or internal bus connects what? CPU, memory, and input output components. Okay, and there is another bus, external bus, that we are not able to see in the diagram. So that external bus connects different external devices, peripheral components, expansion slots, input output ports, and drive connectors to the rest of the computers. So what is this external bus? See, we have a CPU, we have a memory, we have a input output devices, right? Then why we need and these can be connected through the internal bus only. Then why we need the external buses? Yes, see, suppose if you want to connect a musical instrument to your computer system, then how can you connect? You are going to connect it to a port. But if you want to transfer the data from your musical instrument to the computer system, that data can be transferred to through something called as bus. Yes, so those buses are nothing but external bus. So here question can be asked, explain the structure of the bus. So what you need to remember here, you have to draw the diagram and mention that there are two types of buses are there: internal bus and external bus, and write what is the internal bus and what is the external bus. And you need to write internal bus comprises of three buses. Which are those three buses? Data bus, address bus, and control bus. That thing we are seeing in the next slide. That is also you need to write. Okay, the first bus is, which is comprised by the system bus, that is a data bus. So what is this data bus? This data bus provides a path to transfer data between CPU and memory. Name itself implies this bus is carrying what? A data. This bus is carrying a data from where? CPU and memory, between CPU and memory. Okay, so remember what is a data bus? This provides a path to transfer data between CPU and memory, and the bus may consist of 32, 64, or 128 lines of wire. Means what? As I said, if a bus has a 32 parallel lines, means what it is doing? It is carrying 32 bits of data at a time. Suppose it has 64 parallel wires, means it is carrying 64 bits of line. Similarly, if a bus has 128 parallel lines, means it is carrying 128 bits of data at particular time. So by these number of wires, we can find out what is the width of that data bus. Okay. Next bus is address bus. This connects CPU and RAM with a set of lines similar as that of data bus only. So this address bus connects CPU and RAM with a set of lines of wires similar to data bus. But here what it does, it will not carry a data. It is going to carry what? Address. Address in the sense this bus is going to carry memory locations between CPU and RAM. The address bus width determines what? The maximum number of memory location the computer can address. How many maximum number of memory location your computer can address, that can be identified by the width of this address bus. So say Pentium Pro 2, Pentium 3, Pentium 4, they have how much? 36-bit address bus, so which can address 236 bytes, or we can say 64 GB of memory. So next bus is control bus. As I said, there will be some access controlling things. So those access controlling things can be told to the computer through something called as signal, and those signals are nothing but control signals. Okay, and this bus is used to control the access to and the use of data and address lines. Okay, so in generally we can say this control bus is used to carry the control signals. It is used to control the access to and the use of the address lines and data. Okay, so you need to remember here what is a bus, can be asked for 1 mark. What is a data bus, what is address bus, or what is a control bus. Next, another question can be asked here. Write the functional features of a bus for 2 mark. Another question can be asked for 3 mark, that is explain the structure of a bus. Okay, so when it is asked to explain the structure of a bus, you need to write what is a bus. You need to write that diagram and write it comprises 2 buses, that is internal and external. What is internal bus, what is external bus, you have to write. After that, what is there in the internal bus, it comprises of 3 more buses, those are data, address and control buses. Just write one line regarding those data, address and control buses. Okay, hope you all are understanding. Thank you.